Welcome back to From the Masters, where we study the greats, and make their genius attainable for your real life. Today is all about Kevyn Aucoin. I don't think I have enough of his books. How about you? And his infamous three-dimensional lip that he used on the one and only Janet Jackson herself in the 90s. Soft, full, luminous, and balanced with the rest of the face. We're going to follow Kevyn's exact philosophy and order of operations. I'm going to show you everything. The prep, the liner, color layering, blotting correctly, powder through tissue, the center highlight, and I'm going to even give shade guidance for every skin tone so anyone, beginner to pro, can nail it. Janet Jackson's 90s lips, because you know why? 90s is back, and so is makeup. Let's get started for real now. So I'm going to read you a little quote from Kevyn himself in one of his books called The Art of Makeup. He said, "I also find it very important to use foundation or concealer to even out any discoloration or darker areas on the lower half of the face, especially around the mouth area, so that the lip color looks purer and stronger. Dark spots can look as if the lipstick is smeared. We don't want that. So I'm actually not using a concealer or a foundation, but I'm using highlighter 2 in MPH's underpainting palette, which I'm pretty sure if Kevyn was sitting here with me right now, he would be fine with it, I think. I hope. Kevyn used this trick to create the appearance of full pouty lips. It requires 3 colors from the same family. You've got dark, medium, and light. Kevyn says the dark shade should be your lip liners, okay? And the medium shade, your lipstick. For the light shade, you can use lipstick, lip gloss, or concealer. Kevyn says to make sure your lip pencil is nice and sharpened, freshly sharpened, and of a fairly firm texture in order to basically clearly define and draw across the small lines around your mouth. He says lining the lips will also help prevent your lipstick from bleeding, which is a good thing. I prefer, he says, to use a lip brush when filling in the mouth, as it gives me more control than using the tube itself. Keep these in mind as we work. I have never really, had developed a habit with using lip brushes, but after using them and reading his book, I start to understand why he uses them. I mean, there's nothing like precision, and I think this is why Kevyn was so amazing at his art. He really took as much time as he did with creating the canvas and the foundation complexion products as he did with his lips. We just tend to leave the lips, or I do at least, for last, even at a stoplight or even when I'm driving. I don't really take the time and care for applying makeup on my lips. But when I did, and when I tried this technique, huge difference. You can't compare. The great thing about Makeup by Mario's, I don't think I have enough, Makeup by Mario's lip liners is that there is an actual lip brush attached to it. It's a dual-ended lip liner. So you've got the lip liner itself, and then you've got the brush. You could even use a concealer brush. This is Tati's Details by Tati. And as long as you can get right up into the crevices and the fine lines, you should be A-okay. So let's try this. Okay, so if you're doing this with me, which I highly suggest you do, obviously if you're driving, then don't do that. This is what you need, okay? You're gonna set up your kit like a pro. So we're gonna start with your foundation and or concealer, like what I had put around my mouth and what I mentioned earlier. You're gonna have a lip balm, okay? Just a thin, non-slippery, if possible, lip balm. I mean, I love me some, what is this? Tatcha Kisu lip mask is great. You want to get a lip pencil, a dark color, remember, dark, medium, light. He said you want basically the same color family as your lipstick, 1 to 2 steps deeper, he said. But we're trying to accomplish Janet Jackson's lip, so therefore you want it a lot darker. Her lip liner is a lot darker than her lipstick. So then we have the medium shade of lipstick. You want a cream finish. You don't want to basically use a matte. So I actually use this on a regular basis. This is Sable Smoke. This is Tom Ford's lipstick. And then you have Charlotte Tilbury as well. iconic nude. You need to also have a light center pop. So you want to like a lighter lipstick or a gloss or just a dab of a very light concealer. But I highly suggest, any clear or basically clear gloss will work. For example, I don't have a clear gloss, shockingly, but I do have like the Gisou. This is the infused lip oil. This basically is clear. You have the YSL, obviously is clear-ish. And then I have the new YSL that has a little sparkle. Closest lip gloss I have to a clear finish is this Chanel one. Let me know if you guys also want me to put suggestions as far as drugstore products go. I can do a separate video on that, or just let me know in the comments below. The next product that you're going to need, which is the cheapest one of all, just tissue. Yep, just this. Separate a 2-ply into single sheets. See, I just needed to be gentle. Then he suggests using translucent powder. Laura Mercier translucent powder is great. L'Oreal has a great translucent powder that you can get at your nearest drugstore, I believe. And along with a large fluffy brush, you want to be able to powder through the tissue. Don't ask questions, I know. Okay, so let's talk about undertones and the type of shade that you should be looking for as far as lip liner, lipstick, lip gloss goes. If you are like me and you're warm, neutral, or neutral to warm skin, think spiced, peach, warm rose, brick, terracotta, like caramel families, right? There are certain colors, like clothes, same for makeup, that will always just look best on your specific undertone, right? Like similar to me, my skin tone, we've got the cooler, neutral, cool skin, which means that like the cooler colors look better on you, for sure, not for me. If you have deep skin tones, you can have stunning options that include like raisin or the cocoa berry or what's trending now, like the cherry cola lip. Whichever one you think you fall under as far as those categories I've listed, just pick one family and grab those 3 versions, right? You want a dark liner, medium lipstick, and a lip gloss or another lipstick for that lighter pop right in the center. I think I'm going to go in and use Anastasia's. This is her lip liner, which I love. You just want to avoid the creamy lip liners because then you can't be precise. And this is about precision. This is what I like to do. I don't like to go in straight, like to the lip like this. I kind of like to go in from the side and I hold my pencil from the bottom. I want to go in with a softer hand. Basically, we're going to start at the Cupid's bow. We're going to define the peak. So let's do that first. And this is all personal preference. You guys don't have to do what I'm doing exactly, obviously. I can't talk and do this, obviously, so what I did. Pointed Q-tips and micellar water, especially for precision. And again, this takes practice, so it doesn't have to be perfect. And remember, this is just the first layer. So next, you want to lightly fill your lips in using the same lip pencil. You want to just use your pencil, but just focus on the outside corners of the lip for more of an ombre effect and just go in from the side. Notice how I'm not going straight in. And then blot and push down and just create depth under the lipstick. So the color looks rich even as it wears. It's important. So that's it. So I barely notice I didn't go in the middle. Okay, this is gorgeous. I should just do this. Bye. Next, we're going to use this single ply tissue and you're going to put this over your lips. First, you want to get your translucent powder. This is Hourglass's Veil. You can use whatever translucent powder you want. It doesn't have to be this at all by any means. You want to just get the brush ready to go. And I think just like any time you use powder, what you don't want to do is just, you want to have to tap off the excess until you don't see powder anymore. Okay. So now I'm going to do this. And then we go back in with our medium shade lipstick. Okay, so for me, this is the Charlotte Tilbury Nude shade. So the reason for this, Kevyn said, is because putting powder basically over the top of the first coat of lipstick and then reapplying, he said, will help it last so much longer. I don't think it was in his book, but I think somebody that had worked with Kevyn said that Kevyn never asks you to go like that. Don't ever do that. So it's just a habit, but I understand because it's not symmetric. You're not like, it's not 100% symmetrical. So something's going to be off as far as your balance goes. So we're going to add now the gloss, and this is where the three-dimensional magic takes place. Okay. So you want to take the lighter. I have a clear lip balm. This is amazing. I have one in every single bag and room in this house. This is the Necessaire for your lips. I will link everything below, but this is so perfect. Okay, yeah, I was like, why don't I have a clear lip gloss? And I'm like, oh, I do. Okay, moving on. So basically, you want to take your lighter lip product and you just want to tap, just using a little tiny bit. Just you want to use your finger or you can use your brush, just right at the very center of the top and bottom lips. Okay, so just right here and here. That's it. You want to basically keep it on the inner third. This just gives, he says, the illusion of fullness, Janet's signature glow. Anyone who's ever gotten their makeup done from Kevyn Aucoin, I am obsessed. I would love to interview you. Get a hold of me. This is a pro tip from Kevyn Aucoin himself. He says to balance your face, if your eyes, let's say, are stronger as far as makeup goes, you want to keep the lips a little more on the softer, luminous side. If you go lighter on the eyes, this lip can actually carry more shine. So next, we're going to get that other ply tissue, okay, the 2-ply tissue. So first, you want to press lips together into the tissue. Don't drag. Okay, so here we go. I just dragged. Blot again if needed, because if you don't want to see any excess slip. So blot one more time lightly. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to reapply the lipstick. Get your medium shade lipstick. Again, for the third time. You want to put this back on using your brush and doing so smoothly and evenly. And don't you worry, folks, because we're not done yet. We're going to blot one more damn time. Yep. I know this is not something that is, that we can do daily, because who has this much time just to do your lips? I don't. But this is just for special occasions, and it's just fun. We're learning. Okay, so once you've done that, he said to blot one more time. This absorbs excess oil and leaves the pigment for a more smudge-resistant, long-lasting effect. Okay, let's do it again. Okay. Kevyn would basically reapply steps 1 through 7, really just to lock in that purity structure and that 3D sheen. We won't redo the base, you guys, around the mouth unless you need it, but let's just refresh the sequence to intensify and perfect. And if you don't have the time, I'll see you later. You can come back to this another time. So I'm just going to use this, the residue of whatever I had earlier. And actually, this is good just to clean up anything that may have gotten outside your lip line. Then you want to use balm, whisper thin. So I'm going to just put a tiny little bit, just a little bit, barely grazing. Then again, you want to reinforce the edges with your dark lip liner. And it's okay if you get the lip liner inside the line because you have to feather it in anyway. From the side of the pencil. And then I'm going to use my finger to just press in. So if anything we use the most, it's the lipstick. And then we're going to just go in. You want to use the brush. It's also 2:30 in the morning. I'm a night owl. What can I say? It's the dancer in me. But it's time to go to bed soon. Okay. Don't worry. We're not done yet. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Then we're going to do that little light center in the pop. Okay. This is it. I mean, you can tell that Kevyn Aucoin was a true artist. He you can also tell that he truly loved his craft. He loved taking the time. And this is what I mean. When people ask for 5-minute makeup application routines or tutorials, I don't believe in it. Like, it does take time. I'm going to go to bed, but I just want you to know I love you guys so much. I hope you learned something. Make sure you let me know in the comments if you tried it and what you want me to share with you next as far as any makeup gurus that you love. Let me know. Let me know of any books I should get. I am obsessed right now when it comes to all things makeup, and I want to be able to share my knowledge with all of you and what I've learned. So don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell notification, and don't forget to comment and let me know what you want to see next. Until next time, love you guys.